How do you feel, Archie?
Don't look at me. Archie Donato, visual effects supervisor on Nimona and currently head of visual effects at DNEG Animation.
Is that your normal voice?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm Anthony Kemp. I was the digital producer for Nimona, and I am also at DNEG Animation. So Nimona was a graphic novel. Now it's film. Both exist in this plane of the universe. But essentially, Nimona is about Nimona, who is a shapeshifter. She's maybe some kind of mythical creature, but also you can't define her, she's just Nimona. So she meets this guy named Ballister, who's a knight, a hero of the kingdom, who may or may not be a hero after he may or may not have murdered the queen. But essentially, the film is about the two of them teaming up and becoming a family to try and clear Ballister's name. You don't always know who someone is when you first meet them, especially. So part of the journey is learning about someone and letting them kind of tell you who they are. And then in that, the journey of kind of discovering how you can accept them into your life or not.
We are so small as an industry. Most of us have worked together at different companies, at different times, at different projects. So there is a level of family in it that is very difficult to have in other industries where they're massive, so we know each other. That's one thing. The second thing is we all are in it for the love of the image making.
In terms of this specific talk, we're here to kind of present Nimona as a journey for us and what that meant during the course of almost 2 years of making the film. We can't always hit every department, but we've got Kat and we've got Archie, and we'll hit animation with Kat, but we'll also Archie will cover quite a bit from motion graphics to CFX to effects to lighting and comp. So we'll try and speckle in as much as we can throughout the whole pipeline. Obviously, you can't delve too deep into it, but I think our goal is mainly to give people as much of an overview of the process as possible.
Yeah, totally. And also the audience, it's important to say that the audience here, they're in the know of what it takes to make films. And I think it's a very different experience when you're talking to people, just the people who are not associated with the industry.
Yeah.
But when you're talking amongst people who do this, you can go into certain details and certain things that they would know instantly, touching up on just some of the difficulties of, for example, dealing with hair, with cloth, and stuff that would be pretty much common across the industries. When you describe usually how you solved a certain problem and stuff like that, you feel that energy back from the audience, which makes it really fun. But in my side, I talk about lighting, compositing, character effects, MG effects, motion graphics effects, which were massive on this film. And also talking about generally what it took for us to find the look with the creatives and directors as well.
We had the distinct pleasure of working with over 1,100 people on this movie. That's an insane amount for a single film. And to see that level of talent distributed all over the world, you have different people who are bringing their talents, abilities, their passions, their backgrounds, their beings to the process of making a movie every single day.
The whole film, if it can be described in one word, is inclusion. And it's accepting people for who they are, and it's such a critical part of what we do. If you look at our crew, they come from different continents, different religions, different languages, and yet we can come together and make this incredible film together. And there is something so insanely magical. So we are almost a representation of that inclusion in a lot of ways. So to me, that's why it's really critical when I get the reaction from the audience, that when they really genuinely feel engaged in it, it just makes it that much sweeter, I think. So.